Currently 6:32 a.m. Took a shower, dressed, doing the purple casual, semi-business casual. Actually, kind of feels like it's really lighter than I expected, or that I remember. Went ahead and did a little bit of shaving. I don't know if it looks good, to be honest. So comment down below if you think it looks good. Also oiled up the beard, straightened it, did a little bit of work. I'm learning. It's a very new process, to be honest, for me. Um, today's Wednesday. I should say Wednesday the what? Professional June 23rd. Wednesday, June 23rd. Yeah, we're fancy now. I'm gonna be recording a couple of things today. Two podcasts. I got a WSU job fair to attend. Also planning on recording Journeycraft episode 2, a little bit more of that. We're doing a huge project over on my main channel, Stylish Thought, in case you haven't. Link is in the description. So is my podcast, by the way. And yeah. Hi. Just recorded a episode of Journeycraft. Right? Yeah. Journeycraft episode 2. Right there. It's exporting right now, so it's probably going to come out before this video comes out realistically, because this video comes out Saturday. That video comes out Thursday, I think. So if you haven't watched it by now, why haven't you? Anyway, I was sitting here listening to music, and I was like, yeah, I was supposed to be recording a podcast right now, but they had to cancel, which is fine. I think we're moving it to Friday, which means I have like 5 hours before a job fair, and then I got a podcast recording after that, so I'm not too tight on podcast episodes. I was sitting here, like, by the way, you don't know, but right there, there, in that direction, is a, where, like, it's a small space, open space, and every now and then, which, okay, gotta check that in a second. Every now and then, I notice that this thing falls, like, woof, which is interesting. And every now and then, I'll see a giant snake on the floor. Like, one time I heard a thud, looked up, that fell, there was a snake. Anyway, I was just here, like, doing my regular pacing, listening to some music, walk over there, look up. Like, I must have, like, done back and forth, like, 10 times by now. And walk over, and I don't know what made me look up, but I looked up, and the thing was down, and the giant snake, who I'm assuming keeps causing it to fall, just looks at me, and then turns around and then goes away, which is funny to a certain extent. Like, eventually one of these days that snake is gonna fall on me. Anyway, back to why I'm recording. I've been wanting to make a terrarium, and so now that I'm saying it in a video, I have to do it. Right? That's how that works. So I'm gonna go find terrarium materials. I don't know what I'm doing. After assessing my materials, not all of them, I found this, which is full of coins. I'll just empty the coins and use the jar for terrarium. So the video I watched was like, I mean, I didn't watch the video. Pro expert here, who knows exactly what he's doing, says rocks. So I got rocks. And that's to keep the dirt from not staying wet. Like, you want it, like, moist, but you don't want it wet. So you put rock, so then the water, because it's going to water itself, water flows down through the dirt, giving the dirt water, but then goes into the rocks and creates a little reservoir of water. What I'm looking for currently is some type of wire net for the purpose of, while you want the water to get into the rocks, you don't want the dirt to get into the rocks, because then that defeats the purpose of having rocks. So you put a wire net to essentially keep the rocks where the rocks are and keep the dirt where the dirt is. So I'm trying to find wire. All right, got the little bit of wire in there. I'm hoping when I put in the charcoal, and the dirt, it'll dampen it down. By the way, I got charcoal. It said put charcoal, but I don't know if I was supposed to put that in before or after. And it's not like, I don't know what classifies as charcoal. Like, this is mostly charcoal. Next step is dirt. Now, the tutorial thingy, me, expert, recommends getting just like the store flour dirt full of nutrients and stuff. But I'm lazy. So I heard rumor, living on the old farm, that there's some good nutrient dirt over here. And what's also over here is a tree that's in my way, so that's why I'm not moving forward. Is we need moss. And moss around, I heard, standing water. So over here is some standing water that's been there. I don't know if it's dried up, but I'm gonna go see if there's some moss and see if I can grab some. You should have seen me. It was quite hilarious. I was walking through these trees. I was like gripping the jar to dear life, and I was like moving the jar so it didn't hurt anything, even though it's just a jar. Here's the lovely standing water. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any moss. I know during certain times algae will cover this, but just take a small little gander. It's not typically this foresty, actually. Ooh. Oh, thought I was stepping on something. It's not typically this full of green, but it's actually really cool. It's really neat. Like, I'm gonna walk through there because the dirt I need, I think, is over there. So I'm gonna like crawl through there, crawl, go through. There's a thing over there. It's an adventure. I am not a fan of the amount of ticks I am probably getting on me because they like tree area. Got over to the dirt part. It's not a lot. No, it's quite a bit of dirt. Yeah, we'll be able to use it. The important thing is I need moss. I don't know if that's like detrimental to like a thing. It looks like I'm walking into like a nest of some kind of something. But like every tutorial thingy I've seen has moss. So I'm kind of looking at the dead tree here, looking around it. I'll update you guys if I see some moss, but I don't know, it's not looking hopeful. I might have to, if I try this again, I might have to go find like a pond. I'm not saying it was a complete failure. So the net, that didn't work. Yeah. So this is it. It's full of a plant. That's one plant. I saw a flower on the ground and took it. So it's in there now. I don't know if the roots will take. I don't. The plant is probably not proper conditions for what it needs. Good news though. Good news is that it's foggy, so we know something's happening, and the dirt's a little wet. I watered it. Um, yeah, I have no idea. I'm just gonna leave it right there, and we'll check up in a few days. I think I'm going to be going adventuring with my grandmother. Thank you, grandmother, if you're watching this. To hopefully go get some dirt. Um, dirt, plant, charcoal, moss, various other things to hopefully go make what some would call a proper terrarium. But hopefully, I don't know. It might work. I don't think it will. But it might. Anyway, this has been a long enough video. This was week 2 of adventures, even though we're in day 3 of week 2, and there's like more days. Day 4 of week 2. So